Hello guys and girls, welcome back to the channel. My name is Gerrit. And now you might ask yourself, why all these things here on the table? Well, in the past couple of months, uh, people are always asking me, how do I do my scope tapes, like this image here. Now it's always hard to explain to a person over a telephone or a cell phone, and so I thought to myself, you know what? Let's make a video. So let's start off with the first thing. This will only be the first time that you will need a paper and a pen or a pencil or so sort. After that, as soon as you set up everything, you won't need the paper anymore. So I'm going to run this whole thing through with you. Now I have installed new scope heights now as well because things have changed. But in the meantime, do yourself a favor, just pause the video and download the Element Ballistics app. If you're on iOS or Android, you'll find it there. Just download it. It's a free app. There's no need for you to register or anything. So yeah, right. Now that you have downloaded the Element Ballistics app, I'm gonna run with you to set up your whole profile. All right. Now, first thing is take a piece of paper, put that aside, with a pen or a pencil just to write down. All right, now the first thing is we need to figure out now is your scope height. Now some people are getting confused when they say scope height. Now your scope height, it's not from your gun to your scope. When they're asking you your scope height, it's from your barrel to your scope. So get yourself a measuring tape or a caliper or a vernier of some sort. Now I'm going to use mine because it's just a little bit more accurate. Now, if I go around, they say scope height. We need to measure the distance from the center of your barrel to the center of your scope. All right. Now I'm going to take my pencil. I'm going to measure my scope thickness. My scope is a 30mm tube. I'm going to make a mark there on the 15mm. There's my 15mm. And right here, I'm going to make another mark because that's the center. All right. Now let's measure from center of the barrel to the center of your scope. I'm going to use this now because it's just a little bit easier for me. All right. I'm going to put my thumb right in the center there. And I'm going to push it a little bit. I'm going to push it down. Come on. All right, so center there. I'm going to push it down. That's about it. Now mine says it's 76mm. All right. So what we're now going to do is we're going to write down 76mm. That's your scope height. And I'm going to write 76mm. Now that's from center to center. This is your scope height, not from your gun's pick rail or from here, because you are setting up your scope according to your barrel. Now, your pellet or your slug you're shooting doesn't come out of here, so please measure it from the center of your barrel to the center of your scope. All right, now the next thing you need is at the top of your scope, it will tell you if it's a 1/4 MOA or 1/8 of MOA or MRAD or whatever. So mine, I'm going to write that down. Mine is a 1.1 MRAD. All right. So I've got that now. Okay. Now that I've got this almost out of the way, now you're going to take your chronograph, you're going to install it on your rifle, but you can do this in your backyard or a pest control farm or whatever. Take between 5 and 10 shots and it will give you your average. Now I'm going to make an example. Now let's say for instance you shot between, your lowest was 930 and your highest was 935. So your average will be 33. Just an example. So that's your average. Don't take your highest velocity or your lowest, take your average. All right. Now, while you're busy taking your 5 or your 10 shots, you need a rangefinder as well. Now, I zero my gun usually at 20 meters. All right. Now, I range my target. All right, it's 20 meters. I take my velocities. Now I'm going to make this in just a random number. So let's say my velocities, my feet per second, my FPS is, let's make it 933. As I said, my average. All right. And that's my average. My zero range is at 20 meters. All right. So that's it. Now this is about it that we need. All right. Now I'm going to run with you through the app quickly, and I'll show you what to do. So most of you guys, I'm sure you've already downloaded the Element Ballistics app, and then we can do this while I'm actually doing mine. So yeah, let's run to the app quickly, and I'll show you. All right, guys. Okay. I hope you've downloaded the Element Ballistics app. So we're going to click on it, the Element Ballistics app. It will open. Grant permissions and continue without Bluetooth. Okay, now unless you have the Element rangefinder or the Element scopes, then you need to grant permissions. Otherwise, just continue without permission. All right, now you can see that there's 4 different profiles at the top. Now those 4 different profiles you can set up for different size pellets or slugs or whatever you want. If it's 177 and the other one is 0.22, 25 or 30, or just all 0.22, and you want, let's say for instance you want to make the profile 1 18 grain, profile 2 you want to make, let's say, the 20 grains Hades or whatever. So I'm going to choose profile 1. Now you see there where that little finger is. That was just previously one other one I needed to do, so I had to enter it manually. But I'm gonna make this bullet the 25 grain H&N slugs. So there where the finger is, we're gonna click on it. It says manual or air gun projectiles. We're going to air guns. Now these are all the pellet manufacturers, as you can see. So I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to choose H&N. Going to choose H&N. Now that's a 0.22 slug, so that's almost at the bottom. Going to choose it. Now you have to check which one it is. So there's a 25 grain 0.22 slug. I'm going to choose this one. All right. Now it will calculate the ballistics itself. Now on the second one, there where the rifle is, we're going to click on it. Now you see there it comes now. Now let's do the muzzle velocity first. All right. I'm going to do this. My muzzle velocity we said was 933 average. All right. Now here comes my sight height is 76 millimeters. 76. I'm done. My zero range was 20 meters. So I'm going to put in 20 and I'll say done. Now don't worry about this rifle twist. Just remember at the bottom it says update. Alright. Now before we go on any further, go down to where it says units right here at the bottom. Alright. We're going to click on units. Now you need to input all these. Alright, your range units. When you want to range, you want in yards, meters, or feet. You choose. I choose meters. My zeroing range units is also in meters. Then your angle units. Now this is the type of scope you have. Like I said, if it's a 1/4 MOA or 1/8 or half MOA or whatever it is. Now, like I said, mine was a 0.1 MRAD, so that's what I chose. My sight height is in millimeters. My muzzle velocity units is in feet per second, not meters per second. My wind speed, I want it in meters per second. My temperature could be either Fahrenheit or Celsius, so I choose Celsius. My pressure units, and your energy will be foot pounds or joules, and your bullet size, when you want it in inches or millimeters. So that's what I chose. When you're happy, just click back. Alright, now you're almost there. On your third column down where it says weather when zeroing. Alright, if you click on it, now there's the temperature. Now, either you can put it in manually if you want, or you can just get it from the internet. Now, just click on get from internet. It'll obtain your local weather report obtained, and it's updated, and you update. Alright, now go to the second one. If you want to shoot that current day as well, you need to update the current weather as well. So let's update the current weather. Do exactly the same, just get it from the internet. Or you can just copy it from the zeroing weather. It doesn't actually matter. But yeah, I'm just going to get everything from the internet. Alright, and we update. Okay, now you are set. Alright, so everything we've done now is perfect. Now, as you can see at the second row from the top, my muzzle velocity, we set 933. This one just calculated to 932.999. Now that 1 point off a feet per second doesn't matter, because you can keep changing it to 933, it'll jump to the exact same thing. You can update it, it'll jump back to it. But don't worry about it, that's not to worry. Your wind speed, there's actually no need for it, because you won't shoot just in one direction. Unless you know, listen, all my targets is at that one set point, then you can just adjust your wind direction. You can just touch this little circle and it will change. Right, let me just try and get it on 0 again. All right, there it is on 0. I'm just going to update it. All right, now if you cannot use your turrets, if it's still one of the old scopes, we need to unscrew the whole thing to adjust your reticles. No need to worry. I can see at the bottom here to the right, there is your scope sight, if you can put it that way. Now, on your left hand side it says range. Now, you've taken your rangefinder, you range at your target is 80 meters. Right. Now you just click on that range. Let me just click. So there it says range. It says 100 meters. Mine. Now let's say for instance it was 80 meters, which I've ranged onto my target. I say done. What you do is you click on that little sight glass. You can click on it, and there we go. Now at your bottom right, you can magnify it as well. So, or let's magnify it to, let's say 20 is just easier for me to see. Alright, now there it is. I'm just going to pinch with my fingers, and there it will tell you exactly how much to hold over. If you want, you can just make a screenshot of this, and you can always just come back to this. But now there it shows you exactly what is your hold over, plus for the wind as well. So that red dot is exactly where you will hold over onto your target. Alright, so this is only for the guys who can't adjust their scopes. Alright, now we're going to go back. Alright, now for the guys who wants to do the scope tapes. Alright, right at the bottom, you see you can get in units, your graphs, your compare, your table, and tune. Now, we're going to use tune for now. Just want to make sure that everything is on. My ballistic coefficient is in. I don't need that. Alright, let's go back. Now push table, right at the bottom. Just touch the table. Alright, now here we go. Here you must set what will be your longest shot for the day, because this will calculate everything that you need to put onto your scope tape. Alright, now I'm going to change my maximum range, just for argument's sake, to 120 meters. Alright, now if you look at the left column, range M, now that's my range in meters. You'll see 20 is a 0. That's because I zeroed at 20. Alright. If I want to take a shot at 40 meters, you'll see the drop in centimeters. That's a drop in centimeters of your projectile. We're not going to use that. If you see your elevation click, that's in the third column down. That's how many clicks down or up you will give. Alright, now let's say for instance I've got a shot at 70 meters. So range in meters, it says 70 meters. You go to your third column, it tells you up 7, and that's how many clicks you will give your scope turret up. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you onto the other camera now, and let's do the scope tape together. Alright guys, now we're not going to use this anymore. It's only for the first time, as well as your tape. We are done with the pencil. Now these we are going to use. Alright. Now what I usually do every time I go out to a site, I always check my zero and my velocities. And I always redo my scope tape as well. So don't forget those, your chronograph and your rangefinder, they must always go with you. Then you need a very sharp pencil as well, or a pen. This is just some airline fine liner. It's a 0.4. It can just make the writing so much smaller, especially for the scope tape. You need some painter's tape or masking tape and sellotape. Right, the sellotape. Now, let's say for instance you wrote something on your masking tape. If you don't put on the sellotape, as you turn your dials later on, you won't be able to see it anymore. Alright, so this is the only reason why the sellotape is there. So yeah, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my gun around. I hope you guys can see as it is. Alright. Alright, that should be it. I'm going to put it as close as possible as I can. Alright. Now, this is actually the most important part. Always check where your zero is. Alright. Now, I'm just going to take my masking tape for now. Alright, just open it up. I'm just going to undo mine. Always just check where your zero is. It's no need to, but it's just to make sure that you put it back the same way. Because otherwise, when you take off the scope tape, then you might have a slight problem. Okay, now there we are. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take a piece of my masking tape now. Alright, now what I usually do, I start off by 0. Alright, there we are. So I'm going to hold it there for now. I hope you guys can see. And I just carry all the way around until we meet the same point again. Right now I can see where my 0 is now. Then I just take my Sharpie. This is what I do. And I make a line there. So that's my 0. Because I know I zeroed at 20 meters. Alright. Now I'm going to put it back according to my line. Alright. Going to put my screw back on. Alright. Now on the app, it said, now I've written down everything. Alright. So that was my 0 range. Alright. Now my next one is 25 meters. 25 meters tell me it's down. Alright. So down 4. So it's 4 clicks. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I need to write it. That's my 25 meters. I'm just going to, oh, so carefully make a short mark there. 25. Right. Now my next one will be 30. That's down 6. So it's another 2 clicks. 1, 2. Now that's 30. Remember, guys, always write small enough because you might double up on it. Then my 35 is down 7. So it's just just 1. So that will be 35. So I'm going to put it there. Going to make it a little bit higher. There's 35. Alright, I'll show you now close up. Then my 40 is down 6 again. So my 30, my 40 and 45 is down 6. So those 3 will be exactly the same. So I'm just going to mark it 30 up to 40. Now, as you can see, they're all in 5-meter increments. I just like it that way, but if you want to, you can change it in the settings. So we can give you 10-meter increments. So now we're going down to 50. Now 50 says it's down 3, so let's start at 0 again. So my 50 says down 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So my 30, or my 50, is down 3. I'm going to make a small mark, and I'll say 50. Alright. Now we're going to 55. That's down 1, so that's only 1 click. 1 click. So that's 55. Like I said, guys, do it small so you can see. 60 meters is up 1. So there we are, 0, 1. That's 60. I hope you guys get the idea. So at 65 it's up 4, so that's another 3. 1, 2, 3. That's at 65. Then 70 is up 7, so it's another 3. 1, 2, 3. When I say up 7, I say just usually the clicks you need to go up or down. So now we're at 70. Okay, I'm not going to do the whole thing with you. Okay, but there's 75. So it's 9 clicks up. So it's another 2. 1, 2. And that'll give you 75. Alright, I'm not going to do the whole 100 meters. But yeah, okay, when you're done, I'm going to take some sellotape. Oh crap, this is going to take a while. Okay, take a sellotape, cut it, and you're done. And you just tape it over your writing. The reason for that is now you know you can touch it as much as you want and your writing won't come off. So you can go all the way. You can say, let's say for instance, you can go all the way around, let's say to 150 meters, most probably run right there. And you can just go back all the way. There's my zero range. And there it is. Alright guys, now let me show you. I'm going to take you up close so you can see what I mean. Alright, so there we are. So there's my zero, as you can see. Now let's say for instance I range and I see it's a shot at 75. You need 9 clicks, so instead of counting 1, 2, 3, 4 the whole time, you already wrote this down. So it's so much easier. You just check where your 75 and toop, and you are done. So let's say for instance you need to take another shot at 35. That's down 7. So instead of counting, you've already wrote your numbers down. So we said it was at 35. So now you can just check where's your 35 mark. And there's my 35 mark. Yeah, there it is. Because there's my 35. And there's my mark. Alright. So guys, that's about it. There's nothing more to explain. It's as easy as that. Just remember, always to be safe, especially when you're doing pest control on someone else's property. The best thing is, this is the only thing you will need every time you go out, except for the paper. Because everything is already on your phone. If you want to, you can work it off your phone, but this is why the scope tape is there. It's just to make it so much easier, because you can, now you range it. Now you need to take your phone out of your pocket, open up the app, check out how many clicks is it. It just takes so much time, and by the time you want to shoot your target, it's long gone. So now with the scope tape, it's so much easier. All you do is range your target, check it's 35 meters, and you go on the 35, and you take your shot. So just remember with the wind, just check your weather phone for the wind as well, and just hold for the wind. Now, this is just an easier way, but this doesn't tell you that you won't miss, especially with the wind. We all need to learn. I still miss because of the wind. So yeah, guys, well, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you do not understand, please just drop me a message in the comment section. I'll gladly help you. And yeah, so guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and it helps out this channel a lot. And remember guys, aim small, shoot safe. Cheers guys.